This is Jay Bradley of Creepy Encounters. In the summer of 2020, I returned to that paranormal hotspot along the banks of the Chippewa River in northwestern Wisconsin. I set up static cameras for several hours and then reviewed the footage, and I did capture some interesting things. One of those interesting things I caught on camera were what I call Chevron entities. They are indeed chevron shaped and they fly very fast through frame. The forms I caught in the summertime were yellow and green in color. I returned in the fall and caught one more on camera that is brown in color. And what I'm doing in this video is comparing the fall form to the forms that I captured on camera in the summertime. If you like what you see here, feel free and hit that subscribe button, also that little bell, so you can receive notifications when I post new videos here at Creepy Encounters. Let's take a look at the footage. Let's take a look at lower left-hand corner of frame. Placed a red arrow there. You're going to see a dark object pass through the ferns and the vegetation and go into the ground. At least it appears that it does. Let's look at it another time right there. This is at normal speed. And for a third time, right there it goes. I'm going to move that arrow up so we can take a look at where this thing first appears. Very briefly and gone. We'll look at this two more times. You're going to see it as a characteristic shape that we're going to focus on here in a couple of minutes. One more time at normal speed. I'm going to go ahead and slow this down to 10% of normal speed so we can get a better look at this. A little bit better. That has an interesting shape and it looks like that Chevron Entity, or many of those that I have filmed back in the summertime. And we're going to compare this a little bit later to one of those summertime Chevron entities, because I believe we're dealing with the same kind of creature, manifestation, whatever you want to call it. I've frozen it right there. Get a better look at the way that thing is shaped. It almost has a circular body, if you will, and then on either side, those wings, if you want to call those that, are shaped almost like a hand fan, like a rigid fan. The wings don't look like the wings of an insect or a bird. They're just not shaped that way. As I mentioned earlier, it just reminds me of somebody taking a hand fan, spreading it out. You have that 180-degree spread, and then the edges are very sharp also. You don't see certainly any feathers. It looks mechanical to me, and the ones from last summer looked the same way. I'm going to take one of the pieces of footage from last summer in August of the bat chevron entity and compare it to the shape of this brown chevron entity so we can get a better look at what these things are. And there it is right here. To the right side of the trunk, you're going to see it appear. Put it in freeze frame. It's going to pass by the trunk. Freeze frame again. That's that green object above the red arrow. And there it is. There is that characteristic shape. I'm going to compare it to the brown chevron entity. I think it looks exactly like it. Very interesting. Well, that concludes the brown chevron entity video. When we've compared that brown form in the fall to the yellow and green forms that were captured on camera in the summer, they are very similar. Circular body. Attached to that body are wings that are semicircle in shape and very hard edged. These things almost look mechanical to me. I don't know of any machine in the forest that flies down into the ground and looks like these things. Doesn't look like a bug, bird, or a bat, or any other kind of creature I've ever encountered in the woods. They are very strange. I'd like to know what you think about this. I'd like to know your analysis, your comments, and your questions about what we have seen in this video. And you could do that on my website at creepyencounters.com.